Just a note that these recordings are from the end of the last school year.
Welcome to Stories from the Digital Learning Field.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good morning from Lafayette Elementary.
Welcome once again, SFUSD community, to Stories from the Digital Learning Field. I'm Dr. E. In this episode titled Digital Portfolios in San Francisco Unified, Part 2, we travel to Lafayette Elementary School and speak to teachers.
Elizabeth Shockey, 4th grade at Lafayette Elementary.
My name is Rowena. I am the pre-K 5th STEAM teacher at Lafayette Elementary School.
And students who are in the second year of developing their portfolios. An important aspect of portfolios is sharing the work with the school community, so I was thrilled when Elizabeth Shockey, 4th grade teacher, invited me out to witness their exposition. Today, you will hear the sounds from that 4th grade portfolio exposition. Later in our story, because it was so loud in the cafeteria during the exposition, I discussed the experience with a few students and a teacher in a somewhat quieter setting. Let's begin. I'm here at Lafayette Elementary School recording the 4th graders about to present to the 3rd grade counterparts. And they looked a little bit excited, a little bit nervous, but they all look ready. And it's a cafeteria full of, what, about 60? There's 60 people in here? 60? Right on. About 60? You guys ready?
Honestly,
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, good morning, 4th graders.
good morning, Miss Shopping.
Can you say good morning to the 3rd graders?
Good morning, third graders.
And good morning to your parents.
Good morning, parents.
All right, we have a special expo today to showcase all of the hard work that the 4th graders have done in 4th grade and in their digital portfolios. So this is something that Ms. Tom started with them last year in 3rd grade, and then they built onto it this year in 4th grade. So 3rd graders, we are really excited to have you here today because you can see some of the work that you will be doing next year, both with the digital portfolio but also with writing and in STEAM. And parents, we encourage you to see the work that your student has done as well as some of the other students. So there are a lot of great projects, so feel free to check them out and walk around. We will have about 15 minutes for this first round, and then when we ring the bell, just please show packs so that we can transition in the next group. But feel free to sit down next to the 4th grader, check out their work, ask questions, and enjoy.
What do you think something like this says about you as a student or as a person?
I think it says that, I am a good, learner, and I can, I'm good at, reading something, and then I can just, think of it, and then I just write it down, and I can be like, okay, this is, I think this should happen next because of this.
All right, let's give each other and ourselves a round of applause.
Yes.
All right, really nice work on your portfolios.
Talk to me a little bit about what we saw downstairs just now.
A bunch of 4th graders were explaining how they improved and grow in their portfolio and in their projects that they've done. They can basically show that to explain how they've improved learning.
You wanna tag on?
They show examples kind of sometimes.
Okay.
For example, we did our Marine Science Institute, and we also did our Black History Month video. We also did opinion writings, narrative writings, and many more things.
A lot of different writing things we put in our portfolios to showcase.
Okay. How do you think a portfolio is different from just like a regular test?
A portfolio is different from a test because a test kind of like chooses what you kind of want. And so a portfolio, you can choose what you want to add by yourself. And so we added kind of what we wanted. Like we added our own pictures, we added our own writings.
Why is that important, to be able to choose what you add?
It's important because it's kind of like, it's a part of you. So like they kind of know like it's a big thing in you.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you think?
I was gonna say like there's like different like not really like one answer.
In a test there's just one answer, whereas in a portfolio there's not one answer. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Say a little bit more about that.
Like there's not like only one thing you could do. You could also do like other things.
Okay. What do you think a portfolio says about you as a learner?
I think it says to you as a learner that you can show what you have been learning and like show your growth in the learning that you have shared. You can also share your like you can share your improvement.
What do you think?
So for me, it shows like how we kind of improved and stuff, like how we've learned and how we've grown.
Okay.
And how we've gotten new ideas, we've gotten kind of like a small fresh start kind of.
Okay, right on. What about you, sir?
I think it shows that like over the year your improvement. Like if you show something at the beginning of the year, like you learn from mistakes. So if you see something from the beginning of the year and something from the end of the year, it's probably gonna be better at the end of the year.
Nice, very nice. Any last words about portfolios, guys?
I would continue to do it because it's actually really fun. You get to add many fun times that you had with your friends and parts where like you had tough and times and like you want to just express yourself kind of in them. And I would love to do one again in 5th grade.
Right on. Thank you. And you, sir?
Yeah, I would also like to do them again because it can like if you're proud of something, and if you're really proud of something, then it like you can like reflect on it afterwards.
Say more about that reflection piece.
Like when you're if you can also like rediscover things.
Okay.
From that you were proud of.
We will close today's story with one of the architects of the portfolios at Lafayette. Rowena Tong discusses today's exposition and also how to build on the momentum created in the past 2 years.
Talk to me about the exhibition that you guys just had, just as an overview of what's going on at the school.
Well, I love that, like we were talking about earlier, that the students get to showcase and have an audience for what they put together in their portfolio, for sure, right? Because now it gives them a purpose for what they're doing. And then, or another purpose for what they're doing. And then also to invite the 3rd graders down.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Right, to see what they can look forward to and what the portfolios are currently working on can look like, right? Like, it might be at one stage, but then now they can up it another level based off of everything that they've seen. Right. The students as well as the teachers. And now we have some good solid examples too for next year, so that the 5th grade teachers can actually see what it could potentially look like, because I don't think it's moved as far with the 5th grade, but maybe it's because they don't really know what could look like, what are the components they could include in it, especially that end piece, the reflection of the year. I really love that,
right?
Like those same 4 questions, everybody's take on it was so different.
How do you think portfolio is different from just like a regular test?
Part of it is they get to choose. Well, some of it is the teachers, of course, ask them to put into their portfolio, but a lot of it, I think, they get to select the pieces that they feel allow them to shine, right? Like it might be missed if it was just given in a test, but this is like a piece that they're proud of, they feel really good about. It might have been missed in another way. So we already talked about it with a few of the teachers that at the first few days of PD, we're actually going to carve out a time for portfolios because we've been introducing it kind of mid-year, and I think everybody's just too swamped to hear about anything or work on it. So we'll introduce it, show those examples at the beginning PD, and just kind of set goals for like what are those pieces that we definitely want in there, like by the end of the year, or actually, and then do a mid-year check, like you know. We plan to put this piece in the mid-year. We do a check-in and see where everybody's at, and then I'll know, like, okay, if they haven't moved, then I'll know which classes might need a little bit more help, and give time during the STEAM day to actually get them to add something. Because I really feel like talking to the kids, they were so proud of their work.
They were super proud of their work.
It was so neat watching them scroll through and pointing out different things. You know, even though the kids were struggling, they actually had stuff in there that they could. Some of it might not have been in the right place, but at least they had things in there that they could share about.
It's all growth, right? I mean, you got some stuff in the wrong place. Maybe next year you have it in the right place.
Right. But that they all had something that they could actually share with people, which was cool.
Hats off to the digital learning facilitators at Lafayette Elementary for working as a team to build portfolios from the youngest to the oldest. Thank you, Elizabeth, Rowena, and Lindsay. Thanks also for inviting me out to witness how you all are blazing the trail of portfolios in the district. The exposition was powerful. A special thank you to the fourth graders who shared about their portfolio experience as well. I would like to invite all of you once again to begin this portfolio journey with your students. The digital learning team has created resources that include slide decks and student handouts for you to use with your students. Start early and build that portfolio muscle a little at a time. Thanks for listening. This is Dr. E signing off.